The Wellness Show, episode number 368.
Welcome to The Wellness Show, a podcast on health and wealth. I'm your host, Tyson Bannigan, the founder of the Extraordinary Healing Arts Academy. Join me as we get the latest insight, tips, and strategies from wellness providers, coaches, and successful heart-centered entrepreneurs, and much, much more. We are now live on Facebook, and welcome to The Wellness Show on health, wealth, and enlightenment. And we're here to answer all your questions on dowsing, energy, healing, what's up on planet Earth, and what's up in your life, helping you get from where you are to where you want to be in the shortest amount of time. We're willing and able to answer your questions. And I know Laura has a topic she wants to talk about today. So welcome to the show, Laura.
Morning.
Morning.
Morning. So you want to talk about I am statements and manifesting the life that you want and desire? And how to do that?
Well, the first thing that's important is to clear what you don't want. If your glass is full of water and you want to have fresh water and you have muddy water, then if you just push fresh water into the cup of muddy water, you just have a mess all over the counter because there's no room in the glass, right? Mm-hmm. So you'd have to pour a lot of water in there in order to get clear water, like you'd be pouring. So it's much better to clear out that dirty water or what no longer serves you from the glass or from your body to make room for fresh, vital, and new water or fresh, new, vital, energy to flow into your body from source. So the first thing before you do any I am statements is to take a shower, take a spiritual shower, which is to do the deep clearing protocol. And if you've done that for 21 days, then at least do a short clearing on whatever's showing up in your day.
Yeah.
So for today, I'm a little bit tired. So why I would want us to do a clearing around, I clear any and all non-beneficial energies from any and all sources, known or unknown, that are intruding into my energy field from, and this may be actually, the feeling I get is it's probably planetary or interplanetary. It's probably solar system, solar flares, and intergalactic energies, so star energies. So our cosmic energy. So I want to clear all the adverse effects of that so that I can be fully in my body, fully grounded and alive and ready to do the show. And I declare it so in my holy name, so be it, it is done. So that would be something that would be good for me to do, which I just did.
I just cleared it. Something just went bang.
So now feeling much better, then I can now start to do the I am statements. So that's what I would suggest. So why don't we do a clearing for, first of all, anybody on the call so far would like some personal clearing because we're going to clear for everybody, but let's start with personal clearings as well. And so Deby, do you need a clearing on any topic or I'll both clearing or not?
She said that the wellness show is wrong. The time is wrong. Is it 9 a.m. Pacific time?
No.
8 a.m. Mountain time?
No.
11 a.m. Eastern time? 10 a.m. Central? That's right. Those are right times, Deby. You're probably not looking at the Pacific time, Eastern time. He's got Pacific and Eastern time on there. No, not Mountain or Central. That's probably just what you're looking
those are the flyover states.
I don't know what that means, flyover states, but that's okay.
Well, we don't pay any attention that we just fly from one coast to the other coast.
Okay.
That's an American terminology. Oh, I go from Los Angeles to New York all the time because I'm a busy boy. So the rest of America is flyover states.
Well, Chicago is big, so that's Central Time. So I don't know. Central Time is pretty big in America.
Not if you're from New York. Hey, come on. I'm more American than you are. No, let's move on here.
You are? You're more American than I am. Okay.
I mean, I know about flyover states. Anyway, moving on from our silliness. So Yeah, we want to clear all that silliness out of ourselves.
No.
Set ourselves on the side of the head and get it, straightened out. So is there anybody clearing that anybody would like us to help them with before we go on to I am statements?
What did she say? My gallbladder is a bit off this morning, and I'm on a cleanse. Would love some assistance. Oh, that's kind of nice.
All right, so gallbladder. All right, it's a good one. What's up with the gallbladder? So what's your body trying to tell you? Let's see what it says here. It says gallstones. I know that's not quite the same thing, but if you had kept on having problems, you would have gallstones, right? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Bladder. She said bladder, right?
No. Gallbladder.
Gallbladder.
Gallbladder. Close though.
Yeah. Okay, so bitterness, hard thoughts, condemning pride. Okay, so here is your intention for installation, right? There is joyous release of the past. Life is sweet and so am I. So repeat that 3 times. There is a joyous release of the past. Life is sweet and so am I. Okay. There's a joyous release of the past. Life is sweet and so I am. So am I. This is Heal Your Body from Louise L. Hay, a little tiny book. I love it. It's a quick one. And of course, there's the deeper ones that we can get into, would have to do with what was happening in your family of origin. All right, so we'll clear that. Anything else from anybody else that they'd like to get cleared?
No, but I would like to say that she should take like 1/4 of a teaspoon to 1/2 a teaspoon of honey. That's just what I'm hearing, with a little bit of water if you want to mix it up, or just spoon it in.
I'm getting a walnut, black walnut, and I don't know what that's all about.
Black walnut is for a parasite.
Well, I don't know why I'm getting that, but I'm also thinking that maybe it's because I'm thinking about the carbon that would come from maybe burning the walnuts themselves. So how about carbon? It's having something to do with cleansing some toxicity out of the body. So carbon might be something to think about as well. So there's something about
that could also be, carbon could also take toxins out too.
Yeah,
and that would help with the cleanse. I mean, I can understand why you would do that. It says it's for parasites and also for cancer, as it kills the iron in the cancer cells. Well, I don't think we're dealing with the second one. I think we might be dealing with some parasites, but I don't even think that. I think more that I think Tyson has got.
This just has to do with cleansing.
Just removing some toxicity, and it feels more like the liver than the gallbladder to me. That's what's a little stagnant right now. Sometimes
if it's liver, then probably drinking lots of water would help too. Then structured water, blessed water.
We have a couple things. Wendy says I would like a clearing on my gut, and Oz, I would like a clearing for my liver. So maybe I'm picking up on these guys too, because we're picking up
guts,
on them.
livers, gallstones, gallbladders, all you guys, I don't know, okay?
Gallbladder,
right, so let's do that.
Liver, and gut.
Okay, well, let's do it. So let's just do it for anybody and everything on the show. So there goes. So spinning my pendulum counterclockwise.
Okay.
Well, we have to wait for Laura. She's not ready yet.
No, you know what? I just got home and I don't know. I don't have my stuff just the way that. Oh, here it is. The way that I need to.
All right. So the helicopter is ready to take off as soon as Laura is ready. Yeah, there we go.
Clear me out too. Would you do a little brain clearing?
All right. Get you on point here. Okay.
Okay, honey. Thank you.
So Tyson Bannigan and my I am present. With this is a divine mother, divine father, and the source of all that is. Clear any and all non-beneficial energies from any and all sources known or unknown for everybody on this call or listening to this call. Any adverse effects from core factors, toxic emotion, unresolved conflict of any and all known or unknown sources, including from your lineage, matriarchal, patriarchal, soul family, star family, and family of origin, or any other intrusions from any other dimensional realities known or unknown from the past, the present, and the future. And throughout all the multidimensional levels of reality, we do this clearing. And there's a pretty lot of action going on here. So, and I declare it so be it. It is done. Thank you. So maybe it's because I got my lighter crystal pendulum, but there's quite a bit of stuff going on here.
I can feel it because we're clearing these three people and then all of the people that have the same issues going on.
Yeah, and everybody that's going to listen to this show and now and in the future, they're going to receive a clearing. Okay, it's just starting to slow down a bit now.
She said she's going the pancreas too. I said, Deby, don't worry, because I asked for all things to be looked at and considered.
Yeah,
so,
I said anything and everything that's adversely affecting your health. Okay, so I'm just going to look how everybody was who was going to come on the call. Like, it was really not very good. The total sum of everybody and everything that this clearing was for was at a negative 75, right? So that was a lot of pain and suffering going on there. So let's see where we are now. We're not quite complete. So let me just see, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80. So we're at 80. So let's do another one.
Yeah.
Okay, so what if I knew what it was that's in the way of clearing to 100%? What would it be? It would be, let's see, is it fear? Yes. Okay, so let's clear everybody's fear.
Woo!
All right.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
So here goes. So I Tyson and spinning my pendulum counterclockwise. Remove any and all sources of fear for everybody on this call or listening to this show now and in the future. And we take the fear and put it into and transform it into pure joy, right? And we'll run the divine energy of divine mother energy of
love.
What is it, Sarah? And into joy. Darkness
into pure light and into something like joy light.
Oh yeah, darkness. Yeah, we're gonna run the divine mother energy of darkness into joy light. So darkness is fear. Darkness is the fear of the dark or the fear of the unknown. So we're just gonna be still as I spin the pendulum and let divine mother to do the clearing. So just be still inside of your heart, and we'll just run that energy. So we call on divine mother to come with wholeness, totality, and truth, and to run the divine mother energy of darkness to joy light, starting now at the maximum level appropriate for everybody on this call or listening to this call now and in the future. And we'll start running this energy now. All right, thank you, Divine Mother, with great gratitude. And we clear any of the residuals from any core factors, toxic emotion, unresolved conflict that is resulting in fear. We clear it throughout all time, space, and dimensions, both known or unknown, and through the matriarchal, patriarchal lineages, soul family, star family, and family of origin. And I declare it so be it. It is done. Thank you.
But my pendulum sure is going and going and going and going. And
Yeah, well, it's interesting because for me, I've never done it this way because we usually run Divine Mother energies for a certain period of time. Like we figure out if we're running 20 energies, we do it for 3 minutes each or 4 minutes each or 5 minutes each. This time I did it and I spun my pendulum and I let the pendulum tell me when the energy of the Divine Mother was complete, which I'd never done before, which was really, really cool. And then I could see the pendulum come to rest. I knew that was enough Divine Mother energy in the recipe, and then I could move on. So I've never done that before. That was really quite interesting.
Good job, Ty.
Yeah, really. Thank you, Divine Mother.
Yeah.
So there you are, right? Darkness into joy, light, a Divine Mother energy.
Is your phone on?
So now I'm just going to tune in just before we move on. I'll scale is 0 to 100, see how everybody's doing.
Okay.
We got rid of the fear, and everybody on the call or listening to the call, if you do this with us, you will be free of fear that leads to disorder and disease, right?
Yep.
All right. Any questions out there?
No.
Thank you
good.
all 13 people for showing up on the show. Just to let you know, as a Monday morning, we will be broadcasting both live to Facebook and to the YouTube channel. So if you want to get a notice, I think there will be notices on YouTube. I'm not quite sure how it's all going to work, but you can join us on YouTube or you can join us through Facebook live. So that'll be interesting to see how that worked. We'll be reaching over 1,000. There'll be notices going over to 1,000 people who are part of the YouTube channel. So that's will be interesting to see. Also, to find the shows after the fact, you can also head over to the YouTube channel, but you can also, the raw ones, you know, the ones that are unedited are available in the closed Facebook group called The Wellness Show. It's a group and all of them are there. So when I'm broadcasting now, we're broadcasting to that group as well. So you'll find all the shows there as well. So those are multiple ways in which you can watch this show. Don't forget, if you're traveling, you're not going to miss out. You just go over, put into iTunes or into Spotify and Google or look for The Wellness Show, and you'll have 100 episodes of The Wellness Show that you can listen to as a podcast, right? You won't see our lovely faces, but you'll hear our lovely voices. All right. Any questions out there?
Is your phone on?
My phone is on. You can phone in toll free in North America, 1-866-369-7464. We'll just check and make sure that we have off silent mode. Yeah, and the ringer is ready to ring.
Fabulous.
All right.
So that was a good clearing. I love the divine energy healing. I love
Divine Mother. Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe we should be doing a course on Divine Mother energies.
Yeah. Where did you learn this?
Yeah. All right. So we were actually getting clearer, or getting rid of everything. We were talking about, you know, clearing yourself in order to do I am installation. So you still want to do that?
Yeah.
All right. So this is going to be an online course. So, but you are going to get an opportunity to get a sense of what this is all about. So, so the I am invocation is when you say, we're just going to share the screen now. So this is something I've been collecting for a long time. Can everybody see that? Whoops. Can you see the screen, Laura?
Yes, I can. Yeah.
Okay, so the I am invocation, when you say I am, it means I am one with source consciousness, or I am one with God. So it's like a declaration. It's the most powerful declaration you can make, is that you are one with source consciousness. Now, the reason why this is important is that the gap between your thought and manifestation is getting shorter and shorter. Since the Mayan calendar came to its conclusion for this time cycle, and as Laura said, yeah, it's continued on. Yes, it's continued on in a new cycle. But the end of that cycle was that the gap between the thought and manifestation, because of the speeding up of our consciousness, is getting shorter and shorter. So what you think, you create. and the gap is that much quicker. So the I am invocation is literally manifesting into reality in a very short period of time. So be aware of this, right? But it also means that whatever negative thought you have is also manifesting in a very short period of time. That's why on the planet, it's so important at this time, a planetary and personal transformation to do the deep clearing protocol, because you don't want to be manifesting, well, I don't want to be manifesting the gunk in my head. I just don't want to. It would be a real mess. I'd have to have hip waders to get through the goo in my brain that would be manifested in a reality. It would not be a pretty sight, right? It would be compost everywhere. So I don't want to do that. I want to be able to learn how to clean up my thinking, right? My monkey mind. How to disconnect that mind that wants to tell me what is right, what is wrong, what is good, what is bad, what I need to do. You need to work hard to do this and do that. And all the belief systems I picked up from wherever, I need to disconnect that telephone line, because it's ringing 24/7 telling me what I should be doing. And none of it's helpful. All of it's in the way. Because the clear hotline to God is the I am invocation. This is what I need to be focusing on. And the more that I do this, the more this manifests into my reality, right?
Yep.
So after, so what you're going to say, Laura?
I said, yeah, I've done these I am statements. I've not taken your class, but my guides woke me up one morning and had me write down all the things that I loved about myself. And then
Here we have a call here. Sorry, Laura.
Okay.
Welcome to the Wellness Show. And who are we talking to?
Good morning, Laura. This is Matt. How are you?
Hi, Matt. What's up in your life?
I need your help.
All right. What's up?
At work this morning, I was helping three gentlemen lift a very heavy object tonight.
Yeah.
I think I hurt something really bad in the groin area.
Well, that's not very good. So, yeah. So, of course, it has to do on a spiritual level too. You know, why are you lifting things? Why are you straining and lifting yourself up? So,
Right.
I mean, we know physically in the body that if your son or your loved one was trapped under a car, right, that you would have the physical wherewithal to pick that car up so that he get loose, right? So
Right.
we know the human body has the capacity to do things far greater than we could ever imagine. So why is it, and I'm talking to myself too, so I'm not just talking to you, is then why can't we then put that strength into our body when we do things so we don't hurt ourselves? Because I'm gimping around with a sore back, which is my excuse for whatever excuse I need to do whatever. So yeah, so why can't we then at least pause before we do something like that and allow ourselves to clear what might be in the way? I've never thought of this before, Matt, so thank you for bringing it up. Why don't we clear ourselves so that we're fully in our body, we're embodied in our body, so when we lift something up, we're fully conscious. So,
you know, and that's what I kind of did that because I knew I couldn't lift it myself.
yeah,
I knew I couldn't do it with one other person, so I gathered three others.
yeah.
And I thought we had the weight well proportioned, and evidently not.
Did it tip more your way or what?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how come you're taking the weight of other people on?
Yeah, right.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because as above, so below. There's no separation between the two, right? So,
Right.
sometimes the answers are not on the physical; they're on the emotional, the spiritual, or the intellectual level. But anyway, let's get you straightened out. Those are questions I'm posing myself and making me think about this in a brand new way that I've never thought about being aware. I know when I get up in the morning and brush my teeth, that if I'm not fully there and brushing my teeth, I sort of wake up and don't, well, did I do the top or did I bottom to the bottom or did I do the inside? I don't know where I am. And when I don't know where I am, that means I'm not in my body, and it means that accidents can happen because nobody's at home. So being at home in your body when you're lifting things, and you've already known this because you knew that it was too much for you, is really, really important. All right, so let's see. So Laura's got her head down, and I think she's starting to work on what this might look like for a clearing. Is that right, Laura?
I'm going to put him in his body first and foremost because he's.
You're going to put him in his body. Okay.
Mhm.
So disembodied Matt is going to come fully embodied, right?
Which means that the pain's going to get worse. So I need
It
him
is
to
going to get
understand.
worse. Well, I don't know. Is that good?
No, but then I'm going to ask. I think you and I, Tyson, should ask Harold to come in and do some.
All right, let's ask Harold to come and join us.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so I'm just going to close my eyes and see what Harold has to say about this. All right, got it. Okay, thanks, Harold.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm getting that it's a muscle that got really, really strained. That's what I'm getting. What about you, Laura?
Yeah, I really feel like he needs to go to the doc, like go in for this.
He needs to go to the doctor?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to do some trigger on him. So just hang on there. I'm going to work with
Yeah,
him
okay.
just for a minute here. So what trigger is it's finding the muscle that's in high tension mode. And when you match the energy of the muscle by just lightly putting your finger on it in the right place, if you're guided like by Harold, and you touch that muscle, the tension from your finger and the muscle will match. The two can coexist in space and time, and the muscle will let go. I'm just going to work on this. Give me a sec here. I'm going to have to use my pendulum on this one. Just a second. So
I'm seeing it runs up the right side of his neck too, doesn't it?
right. Well, I'm still in this groin area. I've sort of got the muscle there that I'm working on,
Okay.
and it's only 50% release, so I need to keep working on it.
Okay.
Okay, slowly moving.
Wow.
We're about 75 now.
There it goes.
Going 80, 90, 100. Okay, we got it released. So let's do some. So if you could then, Laura, if you could go from the groin area in your mind and to that point in the neck, wherever that was, and put one finger on the groin area. Sorry, Matt. And one finger at the top of the neck where you feel the energy. I want you to join the two energetically. I want you to feel the energy from your hand in the groin flowing to the hand in the neck, and tell me when the two are connected. It's going to tune into that. So we're about 75% done. So keep going.
It's taking some time because he's blocked in other areas, so they're opening up
Okay.
blocked areas. So just hold on.
Yeah. It's all right. We're at 75, so there's something happening there.
Yeah, Kataliana Inya Anash Katania Namana Inya Shikatono no Liana Inya Katania Inya Katono no, there it goes. Nia Sakatania Namana Anakataya Namana Inya Katinia Namana Anashikato. Oh no. Have him take his right foot and pound it 3 times on the ground. Yes.
Can you hear that? Pound your okay, great. Pound away. Okay, it's moving now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's done. Matt, do you have any scar tissue?
I've had a hernia before. So
Oh, there you go. Okay. Right. Love that body, man. Love that body.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's coming up, right? We haven't rescheduled that. It was for this Friday, but we're going to reschedule it. Yeah, I really highly recommend that you work with and take the course from Darlene on self-massage. You really need to learn to take care of your body And self-massage is really going to take and loosen those muscles up so that you're not so stressed out when you go to work and you do things that can damage your body. So really what's happening is you're running at a high energy, tight stress level. And I'd like to bring your stress level in your body down quite significantly. And so if I'm just going to tune into your body right now and the stress level, if 100% were absolutely ideal, you are about 50%. So you're running in hyper mode, 50% higher tension than you need to be. So what would it be like for you to be able to let go and to get as much done without pushing it and have more grace or more ease in what you're doing? Would that be good?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's your goal. If you can catch yourself tightening your muscles when you don't need to, or like me, I'm leaning forward in my chair right now talking to you. Why am I not sitting back and relaxing my shoulders? Why do I think leaning forward is going to make my voice more powerful, or you'll get the message more if I'm not sitting up straight? You know, like there's crazy things that we have got our body entrained to do because we think that it's making us better at what we're doing, when in actual fact it's damaging to our body. Okay.
Right.
All right. So one more thing is, do you get frozen, or are you doing the same thing over and over and over again, or what at work? Or do you get...
I sit at my desk most of the time.
Yeah, okay, well then you need to get up from that.
I do. I mean,
Good.
I'm 50. I probably walk in our warehouse, in our building, probably 6 to 7 miles a day.
Very, very good. So yeah, so whenever you feel any tension, get up and at least walk around your desk. Like, just train yourself that you're not allowed to sit in your desk and be in tension. Okay?
Is he doing any kind of
wait,
stretching?
Laura, just a minute. Laura wants to say something. What's that, Laura?
Is he doing any kind of stretching too?
Are you stretching? Laura wants to know.
No, but I will.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, do it. And just and you can make a joke out of it. Just say, well, I'm studying yoga or whatever. I mean, the guys are going to think you're weird, but you know, I love it when guys think you're weird, because you can then tease them, right?
There was a guy that couldn't walk.
Yeah, exactly. I said, well, you know, why don't you buy a tutu and join me or something like that? You know,
Yeah.
I love to be silly with guys that get into their masculine stuff. All right.
Yeah.
So have fun with that. Stretch, baby, stretch.
I will do so.
All
Thank
right.
you, guys.
Thanks for phoning in. Bye for now.
Bye. Thank you.
All righty. The phone line is now open. 1-866-369-7464. And today we're talking about I am invocation. So I say here, after you said out loud the clearing portion of the deep clearing protocol, which is transmuting what you no longer want, is equally important to install what it is that you do want. Here is a list of powerful I am statements to invoke. Say them out loud in a commanding voice, and better yet, in front of a mirror while looking deep into your own eyes. Okay? The interesting thing about looking deep into your eyes in the mirror is that if you really do that, you can actually experience past lives. You'll actually see your eyes change in front of you, and you will see yourself in a different body. Pretty cool, eh? Because your eyes are the window to your soul, which has had many, many experiences in many, many bodies. So just a little thing to play with and to say, hey, who was I anyway? And no, we were not all Cleopatra in the past life, no. Or King Solomon, right? Not you know, we just weren't.
Yes,
Okay,
I
so
was. Whatever. I was,
you
whatever. No, what I found out what I was like so disheartening. I was like, really? That's what I was? That's like not fun.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Haven't you found out past lives that you were like, really? That's what I was?
Yeah.
Wow. I picked that?
So
I guess we don't always have to go through being a king or a queen, right? We only need to do that once.
well, I would hope so. I mean, the fact that you think that you need to be in charge is really an addiction in the first place, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah. Who says you need to be in charge? Right. And who wants you to be in charge anyway? So
I don't even want to go there with me. Okay, let's move on.
Let's move on.
Eliza asked.
Oh, here we are. Saved by the bell.
Okay.
Welcome to the Wellness Show. And who are we talking to?
Oh, hi, Tyson. This is Linda.
Hi, Linda.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can, loud and clear.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make a comment on what you're talking about, looking in the mirror and seeing past lives. I did that I don't know, probably about 5 or 6 years ago. Many Native American lives, and one clearly a off-planet. I mean, I was clearly an alien. I mean, what we think of as an alien or ET. So that's interesting, because I feel this intense resonance with the Native American spirituality and their stewardship of the earth and their whole philosophy of, the sacredness of the earth and so forth. So anyway.
Well, I really encourage you to go to Google Good of the Whole, or to go on my Facebook page and see Good of the Whole. I'm on it every Tuesday, but it runs from the fire ceremony first thing in the morning all the way until 5 o'clock or 6 or 8 o'clock, depending on what time zone you're in. And the First Nations are joining that too. It's really the rainbow gathering of prophecy of the coming together of the 4 nations in one place. And so the whole day you can tune in to various people doing various things, and lots of First Nations are involved in that. So
the good, it's called The Good of the Nation.
No,
is that what Shelley Darling, is it, that you do on Tuesday evening?
That's right. That Good of the Whole. And they're on from morning to night, starting with the fire ceremony in the morning. You can tune in anytime and see who's up. There's sound healing, and there's chanting, and there's fire ceremonies, and there's moon ceremonies, and yeah, it's pretty amazing. I love it because it brings that deep First Nations aspect of who I am. And as I jokingly say, I'm white and I'm 6'4". I certainly don't look like a First Nations person, but I can certainly feel that. So yeah, come and join us. And I don't have time to be there on myself except on Tuesday, but I love the time to be with other people coming from our heart and feeling what it is to be one with Mother Earth and with everybody on the call. So I find it very, very refreshing and powerful to feel that there is a gathering of the tribes. There's circles within circles coming together according to prophecy. And we are those that we've been waiting for, fulfilling prophecy. So check it out.
Well, that was the whole idea of Turtle Island, that it's my understanding that North America was supposed to be the gathering place of all nations.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to sit around the fire literally and teach each other about what we did in far corners of the earth and what we learned and so forth. So
absolutely.
Well, we did the immigration thing, but I don't know about the learning and teaching part. I don't know about that part.
Well, I created a nonprofit organization in 1975 called Turtle Island Earth Stewards, in which we help bring people together on the west coast of North America, because we believe that the new age was being birthed on the west coast of North America. We're a little ahead of our times, and we were doing intentional communities and bringing them together. And I started to collect Turtle Island stories from all the indigenous cultures around the Pacific Rim, and I have a book that I'd like to write. It's called The Tale of the Turtle, the T-A-I-L, Tale of the Turtle, which is in every indigenous culture. I've had people that would phone me and say, I'm in Russia in the tundra, and I'm sitting around the fire with the elders, and they're talking about Turtle Island. So the legend of Turtle Island. So it was everywhere. And there's pictures. I like to do it as a picture book, because there's graphics and paintings and pictures of the turtle, supporting all of life on the back of the ancient turtle. So yeah, and of course the other part of the prophecy is the coming together. That was, if we don't nurture the turtle, it will roll over and sink beneath the sea. It's happened before. It can happen again. It happened in Lemuria. It happened in Atlantis. And it happened in the Yucatan. And now it can happen again. And then the legend goes on, and then we'll be coming together, the four races of humanity, as the rainbow gathering. And that's really what's happening now, right? In the good of the whole is we're actually having those conversations as people come together cross-culturally, understanding that this is birthing from the First Nations perspective, the fifth world, right? So anyway, that's something you can tune into, and
yeah, I'll look that up on your website. I didn't know that. I knew about Shelley. Is it Shelley Darling?
Yes, I'm
Shelley
co-host.
Darling. Yeah, you've mentioned that a number of times.
Yeah.
So that's great. Can I ask one other quick question?
Sure.
Okay. Do you have a protocol or whatever for heartache?
Well, that's a good one. There is a heartache. There's a Divine Mother energy, heartache to joy, which is a very powerful one, right? All of these energies, the darkness to joy, light, are just trapped emotions that we want to transform. So heartache is very, very, very powerful. Heartache to joy, or darkness into light. So yeah, it's a transformation. It's sort of like heartache is like the tallow in a candle that allows the candle to burn more brightly and longer and stronger. So
where is that? That's not on your website, or where is that?
That is nowhere except in my head and doing it. Doing it in a group. But yeah, so we could do that. So there's no reason why. So you could do a short clearing statement. We go something like this: I, Tyson Bannigan, in my I am presence hereby, run the Divine Mother energy of heartache into joy. And I asked Divine Mother to run this program 24/7, 365, until all those people on this call or listening to this call are whole sound and complete. And I declare it so in my holy name, so be it, it is done. And then let Divine Mother run that energy, right? And sit with it and just meditate with it and let it transform her.
I think it would be better though if she were to call in and do a.
Yeah, I really like that, the transformation of the heartache into joy. I really like
I love it too. So Laura was saying something. Laura, could you speak up? I couldn't hear you.
Sure. I said I believe that you should call in and make an appointment with Tyson and do a full hour of that. The short one is fine, but what I'm seeing is like you have a lot of stuff going on. This is for like one of those things like that you would do what he just did after you do like an hour-long session with him. So book an appointment with Tyson to do that, and let Divine Mother clear out all this stuff that's like what I see is layered within you.
Yeah, we would want to go after the original core fractures of where the trauma is, and then then have Divine Mother to sort of polish the apple, so to speak, and clean it up.
Okay.
All right. So
okay, that's cool. Do I just call you or text you on this number? Yeah,
you can text me on this. Better to actually send me an email, because I can give you the links to book a time. So Tyson, TYHSON @me. It's all about me. Got nothing to do with you.com. Tyson @me.com.
Nothing to do with you.
All right. Well, that's helpful. I'll definitely follow up on that. I appreciate your input. So that's really
looking forward to doing that. And thank you for asking, because I've never thought of doing the clearing toxic emotions and including running Divine Mother energies. So it's a brand new way to do this. So thank you for that. We're getting many breakthroughs today on possible new ways to do things. So that's pretty exciting. All right. So thanks for phoning in. Have a great day.
Absolutely.
All right.
Okay,
bye for now.
Thank you again. Okay. Bye-bye.
All right, the line is now open, 1-866-369-7464, and today we're talking about the I Am invocations, and we haven't even done one of them yet, but it's been an exciting morning. So
well, you keep doing them. You're like, in my I am and statement. You
Yeah,
are
in my I am
doing
present,
it.
I hereby
Yeah.
do da 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 da.
Right.
So you say in my holy name, or in my I am presence, or I hereby declare. You can state your birth name, and then in the name of God, I am that I am. That's the most powerful thing, right? In the name of God, I am that I am. So Sai Baba puts it this, he says, I am, give me a, yeah. So Laura, could you just see if anybody's asking any questions? I just want to get a little sheet from Sai Baba because it's so perfect.
Sure. Well, I can talk about I am my experience. That my guides had me, they woke me up at 4:30 in the morning and had me do I am statements, and I got 3 pages out of it of I am statements. That's why I wanted Tyson and I to go over this today, because this fell out of a book that I was reading, or that I am reading at this point in time. And so I have three pages, Ty, that my guides had me do. Probably
I think mine is more important than yours. I think I got 6 pages. No, I'm just being silly.
I'm just
It's interesting because it just kept going and going and
I
going.
just think that you ramble on and I get it down and
All right. All right. So I wanted to get this from Sai Baba because
okay.
if you're in the name of God, I am that I am. That's just the ultimate state. This is where your human mind consciousness has fallen away. It's no more relevant for you. I mean, yes, you're here, and yes, you're in your earth suit, and yes, you're in this incarnation, but you're enlightened, you're fully aware, and you're one with source. And so this is what Sai Baba says: love is my form, truth is my breath, bliss is my food. My life is my message, expansion is my life, no reason for love, no season for love, no birth and no death.
Oh,
I love
beautiful.
that. Thank you, Sai Baba. I never got to meet you in person, but you're very much part of my life. So thank you, thank you, thank you, Sai Baba. So in the name of God, I am that I am. That's where the state where Sai Baba can say what he said. He's talking from his eternal self that's beyond the incarnations, right? No birth, no death. That's what you want to be connected to. And when you're connected to that, you're receiving crystal clear guidance, right? And your life is full of joy, and it's effortless, and you're in the right time and the right place, and you get incredible things done with no effort. And I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. No, I'm not. I can get moments of that. And I even have a coach to help me be there. And I can be there for periods of time, and then I get back into my monkey mind that I got to do this, I got to do that, I got to do that. All right, so that's the first and the last one. Really, that's what you want to be, is in that one so connected to God that this monkey mind of yours has no more connection to you. Yes, you can hear it, but you don't need to pay attention to it. You're not, it can't jerk your chain anymore. Let's put it that way. The hotline from your brain, from your human mind consciousness to you is disconnected, right? You cut the line. So the other one is I am clarity. And I love what Bill Heinrich says: clarity has no story. Clarity has no story. There's no story. There's nothing to say, nowhere to go, and nothing to do. There's no story. You're beyond your story. You no longer have a story to tell. And then I am clear with 2020 vision, and this is the year 2020. Everything is coming into focus. All the lies are being exposed. 2020 vision means nothing can be hidden from you or from society or from anybody. People see you for who you are, and they see government for who it is, and they see everything for what it is. The truth will be revealed. And then according to Mayan prophecy, that was what was predicted, what would occur at this time, is that the truth would be revealed. So here we are in the midst of the truth being revealed. I am fully present in this moment. In this moment, there is no future, and there is no past, and there's no becoming, and there's nowhere to go, and there's nothing to do, because there's only this now moment. So everything collapses into this moment. You are eternally present in the moment, and therefore everything is granted unto you. Okay. I am fully enlightened in this body. We're all enlightened. The only thing that separates us from our fact that we are enlightened is our own human mind consciousness, because we believe in all of those things that we've been told that we need to believe in to fit into our society, to fit into our family, to fit into our culture, our religion, to be good Americans or Canadians or Slovakians or whatever, or to even be a global citizens. We all believe that we have to fit in according to these rules and regulations in order to be loved and appreciated by everybody else. But in actual fact, none of that is necessary. In fact, all of that is human mind consciousness that can get in the way. I'm not saying you can't be a good citizen. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that if waving your flag and stomping your feet and carrying your gun and declaring that, you know, it's my divine right to do this and to do that, and everybody else needs to pay attention to me or I'm going to shoot you, that's maybe a little bit obsessive, right? So what I'm saying about this is that if you're fully enlightened in your body, you've let go of all those conditionings of what other people think you should be or shouldn't be or should do or shouldn't do. So I'm part of a community of like-minded empaths and highly sensitive people. This is really important. This is why we're doing this show every single day of the week from Monday to Friday, is because we want you to know that there is a community of like-minded people for empaths and highly sensitive people. We got your back. We understand what's going on. We can help you get out of your own way. And so that you're not overwhelmed with the fear that's going on the planet right now with the stories of COVID-19 and this and that and this conspiracy theory and that. It's important to be able to have a place where you feel safe, where you know that you can speak your truth and not be criticized. So I'm a part of a community of like-minded empaths and highly sensitive people. That's what the wellness show is all about. My I am presence inhabits my body. Yes, we talked about this morning. When you're not in your body, accidents can happen because nobody's home, right?
Yes.
My I am presence loves my body. Yeah, without loving my body, then how can I love anybody else, right? And if I don't love my body, then I have disease and disorder, aches and pains, because my body only has two languages in which to speak to me, either pain or pleasure, right? So what is my body trying to tell me that I haven't had the ability to listen to? And when I listen to that pain in my body, it has a message that tells me what I need to do to release that pain or that trauma so the body can self-heal. I'm guided to do exactly what needs to be done at the right time and place. Wow, I love that one, right? When you're one with source conscious, when you're one with God, then there's, you know what needs to be done at that moment. It isn't even something you need to figure out with a list. It's just that you get the motivation to go and do something, like go to the garden and do this or do that. And it's not stressful. It's just, oh, that's what needs to be done, right? This is what I'm working on, right? I got an endless list. I feel like I can get if I think about my list, I can get an overwhelm in about 30 seconds flat, or maybe even 5 seconds flat, right? If I get back into my true nature, then it flows through and I get half the list done and I don't even know how I did it, right? Okay, so any questions out there? I know we're getting close to the top of the hour, and we do have time for one more person to phone in if they'd like, or to answer some questions. We can always come back to this.
No, keep going, because I answered Oz's question, and so you can keep going. It's all good.
Yeah. Well, My I am present is the one true source and receives crystal clear and accurate guidance. So that, any other guidance when I use my pendulum, I don't want to listen to my human mind consciousness. I don't want to be informed by my society or my culture about what I need to do or not to do. If it is harmonious with what I believe in, that's fine, but I don't want to be guided by it. I only want to be guided by connection to God or to source consciousness. And I want my guidance to be crystal clear and accurate, right? And to the point. My I am presence is my true nature. My true nature is one. It's already enlightened. It's true. Connected to source, always has been and always will be. It's like Sai Baba says, no birth, no death. That's the part of my true nature. And my true nature is having a human experience on a planet of polarity. And if I get lost in the polarity of judgment of this is good and this is bad and this is right and this is wrong, I'm not in my true nature. My true nature is like somebody said in the show last night with Shelley Darling. They talked about, when you're on a ship and it's rolling from side to side, like positive to negative, negative to positive, you can get really seasick really quick. The only way to be in balance is to go to the center of the ship and to straddle that center point, and then you come into source. You come into balance, right? And then you're not overwhelmed by the roll from light to dark, dark to light. You are in that null point. You're in that middle way. You're in that zone of tranquility. You're one with everything. That's your true nature. There's nowhere to go, nothing to do, because you're already there. Okay, my I am is laser focused on the 20% of the activity that creates a highly successful and profitable 80% outcome. And the rest gets done when it needs to get done.
Can you repeat that one again? Because that one is really good.
Which one?
The I am laser focused.
Yeah, I am is laser focused on the 20% of the activity that creates a highly successful and profitable 80% outcome. And the rest gets done when it needs to get done. Now, this is an intermediate step. The true step is there's nothing to do and nowhere to go. Okay? But in the interim step to that is, at least if we're going to be busy and think we need to be busy in order to get something done, let's focus on what needs to get done that has the maximum return on the time I put into it, so I don't spend all of my time doing things that aren't successful. Can't see that. What does it say?
It's 11 a.m. We're at the top of the hour.
We're on the top of the hour.
Mm-hmm. It was a good show today. Lots of call-ins. Really, really good I am statements here to get started on for everyone to start doing their own lists.
So if you'd like to have a course on this, that we are halfway down page 1. And I'd love to do a course on this, and we have 5 pages to go.
That's beautiful.
Okay. I've been working on this for quite a while, so I'd love to teach this in the way that we just did it and explain it. So if you'd like to be part of a course and do that, then please let us know. So thanks for showing up. We're back tomorrow morning, same time, same place, 8 p.m. Pacific, and it's, what is it, Central?
10 a.m. Central.
10 a.m. Central.
Eastern.
And 11 Eastern.
Yep.
So until then, be healthy, wealthy, and wise, and we'll see you tomorrow morning.
Bye.
Bye for now.
For quality online wellness products, courses, and services, visit our sponsors, thewellnessstore.ca and the Extraordinary Healing Arts Academy located at thewellnessacademy.ca. To stay in touch, visit us at thewellnessshow.ca. And until next time, be healthy, wealthy, and wise.